God Emperor Doom's Battleworld. During the 2015 Secret Wars event, Dr. Doom didn't just win, he became a god. When the multiverse collapsed during incursions, Doom stole the power of the Beyonders, beings who existed beyond reality itself. With that power, he created Battleworld, a patchwork planet assembled from fragments of dead universes. For 8 years, Doom ruled as God Emperor, reshaping reality according to his will. Battleworld wasn't freedom, it was absolute control. Every domain had a baron who served Doom, enforcing his laws with brutal efficiency. Sheriff Strange, a version of Doctor Strange, acted as Doom's enforcer, investigating threats to Doom's order. The Thor Corps, versions of Thor from different realities, served as Doom's police force, executing dissenters. Citizens lived in fear, knowing that questioning Doom meant erasure from existence. Doom could rewrite reality with a thought, making rebellion not just futile but conceptually impossible. What made this future terrifying was Doom's twisted mercy. He saved remnants of dead universes, yes, but only on his terms. He positioned himself as savior and god, demanding worship in exchange for existence. When Reed Richards challenged him, Doom admitted he could have saved more people, created a better world, but his ego demanded worship over optimization. Battleworld showed what happens when Doom gets ultimate power. He creates a stable universe built on fear, control, and his unshakable belief that only he deserves godhood. By the way, if you'd like more Dr. Doom content like this, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thank you very much. Emperor Doom's mind-controlled Earth. In the 1987 graphic novel Emperor Doom, Victor Von Doom achieved global conquest not through force, but through mind control. Using the Purple Man's pheromone abilities amplified by Doom's technology, he transmitted a signal that made every human on Earth worship him. Within hours, world leaders handed him their nuclear codes. Armies declared him supreme ruler. The United Nations dissolved itself and crowned Doom Emperor of Earth. This wasn't violent takeover, it was instant, absolute submission. What made this future horrifying was how peaceful it appeared. Crime stopped, wars ended, poverty was eliminated through Doom's resource redistribution. On the surface, it looked like utopia, but it was slavery disguised as paradise. Every human was a puppet acting out programmed behaviors, believing they chose to serve Doom when they had no choice at all. The Avengers were freed from control and fought back, but they discovered something chilling. Many people didn't want to be freed. Under Doom's control, life was simpler, safer, without the burden of choice. When given freedom again, some citizens begged to return to Doom's rule. This revealed the insidious nature of Doom's vision. He doesn't just want to conquer, he wants humanity to choose him, even if that choice is manufactured. Emperor Doom showed that the most dangerous tyranny isn't one enforced by soldiers, but one where people willingly surrender freedom for security, never realizing they're prisoners. Infamous Iron Man's redemption trap. After Secret Wars, Dr. Doom attempted something unexpected, becoming a hero. Following his time as God Emperor, Victor returned to Earth and took up the mantle of Iron Man, trying to redeem himself. He wore Iron Man armor, fought alongside heroes, and tried to prove he changed. But this future showed Doom's most insidious victory, hijacking the concept of heroism itself. By becoming Iron Man, Doom didn't reject villainy, he colonized heroism. Every heroic act he performed reinforced his superiority. See, even when trying to be good, I'm better than Reed Richards. Better than Tony Stark. Better than all of you. His redemption was another form of conquest, proving that even heroism is just another tool for Doom to wield. The terrifying implication was that Doom could infiltrate the superhero community, gain their trust, access their resources and secrets, all while maintaining his core belief in his own supremacy. He worked with Riri Williams, mentored new heroes, and positioned himself as Tony Stark's natural successor. But his methods remained Doom's methods: manipulation, control, strategic relationships. The future this presented was one where Doom doesn't need to fight heroes, he becomes one, redefining what heroism means from the inside. If Doom can be Iron Man while remaining Doom, what does that say about the armor, about the legacy, about whether anyone can truly change or if some people just learn better masks to wear? Books of Doom Timeline. The Books of Doom miniseries revealed possible futures where Doom's childhood trauma calcified into absolute ruthlessness. One timeline showed Doom conquering Latveria not as liberation but as revenge against the world that killed his mother and destroyed his face. In this future, Latveria became a military superpower built on stolen technology and dark magic. With Doom using his citizens as test subjects for enhancement experiments, the country became a factory for weapons, armor, and magic, all designed to make Doom unstoppable. What made this future terrifying was how Doom justified every atrocity as protecting his people. Latverian citizens lived in surveillance state conditions, their lives controlled from birth to death. But Doom provided food, shelter, education, healthcare, all the necessities, which created a population that accepted authoritarianism as the price of stability. Other nations feared intervening because Doom positioned himself as Latveria's protector against outside threats. Any attack on Doom was an attack on Latverian citizens, making him nearly immune to retaliation. This future showed Doom's long game: turn one country into an impregnable fortress, then use it as a base to slowly expand influence through economic control, technological dependence, and diplomatic manipulation. He wouldn't conquer the world with armies. He'd make every nation dependent on Latverian resources until they had no choice but to accept his terms. Global domination through economic imperialism, all while claiming to be a patriot protecting his homeland. Dr. Doom, 2099. In the alternate future of Marvel 2099, Dr. Doom returned after being lost in time and immediately seized control of America. But this wasn't the America of today. It was a cyberpunk dystopia controlled by megacorporations where the government had dissolved. Doom united the fractured nation, overthrew the corporate oligarchy, and declared himself president. Under his rule, America became functional again, but at a cost. Doom's 2099 America ran on surveillance capitalism turned authoritarian. Every citizen was chipped, tracked, and monitored. AI systems predicted crime before it happened, allowing Doom's police to arrest people for crimes they hadn't committed yet. Genetic engineering became mandatory, with Doom deciding which traits humanity should keep and which should be eliminated. The terrifying part was how much people accepted it. After decades of corporate abuse, Doom's authoritarianism felt like protection. He provided jobs, ended poverty, and restored order. Citizens traded freedom for stability and called it progress. When the heroes of 2099 like Spider-Man and X-Men challenged Doom's methods, public opinion turned against them. Why are you attacking the man who gave us our lives back? This future showed how Doom could win by positioning himself as the lesser evil, the necessary dictator, the only one capable of fixing a broken world. Once people accept that premise, they rationalize every oppression, every violation, as necessary for the greater good. Doom 2099 proved that the path to tyranny isn't paved with malice, but with solutions to real problems that people are desperate enough to accept without questioning the cost. What if Doom became Sorcerer Supreme? In a what-if storyline, Dr. Doom defeated Doctor Strange and claimed the title of Sorcerer Supreme, becoming the master of the mystic arts and Earth's protector against magical threats. This future showed Doom wielding both science and magic at their highest levels, making him nearly omnipotent. As Sorcerer Supreme, Doom redefined magic itself. He didn't just use spells, he rewrote the rules of magic to serve his purposes. Dark dimensions that threatened Earth were conquered and absorbed into Doom's power base. Demons that once menaced humanity were enslaved or destroyed. Doom became Earth's absolute magical authority, and anyone practicing magic did so only with his permission. The Ancient One's philosophy of balance was replaced with Doom's philosophy of domination. But this created a cascading problem. Magic is about balance, drawing from sources, making bargains, maintaining cosmic equilibrium. Doom rejected all of that, taking what he wanted by force. His actions destabilized the magical foundations of reality. Dimensions began collapsing. Ancient entities awakened to stop him. The Vishanti, the Trinity of Ashes, beings beyond comprehension, turned their attention to Earth because Doom had violated fundamental magical laws. This future was terrifying because Doom's victory created its own destruction. His refusal to accept any authority, even cosmic forces that predate humanity, meant he'd rather break reality than submit to its rules. Sorcerer Supreme Doom showed what happens when someone with Doom's ego gets ultimate power over reality's fundamental forces. He doesn't become a responsible guardian. He becomes a cosmic threat that even abstract entities have to stop. King Doom of Wakanda. In one dark timeline, Dr. Doom didn't conquer Wakanda by force. He married into power. After Shuri's death, during a moment when Wakanda was vulnerable, Doom arrived offering advanced technology, military support, and his scientific genius. He courted the throne through diplomacy, eventually marrying into the royal family. Once established, he systematically consolidated power, positioning himself as Wakanda's true protector while Black Panther's legacy was slowly erased. This future was terrifying because it showed Doom's patience. He didn't storm the gates, he was invited in. He used Wakanda's vibranium reserves to upgrade his technology, combined their resources with Latveria's, and created an empire that spanned two of the world's most advanced nations. With vibranium-enhanced Doombots, magic science fusion weapons, and the wealth of two nations, Doom became unstoppable. But worse than his power was what he did to Wakanda's culture. He claimed to honor traditions while quietly dismantling them, replacing Wakandan values with his own. The Dora Milaje became his personal god. The Panther goddess Bast was declared subservient to Latverian deities. Wakanda's isolationism became Doom's tool for controlling information and preventing outside interference. This future showed that Doom's most dangerous conquests aren't violent, they're cultural. He doesn't just want territory, he wants to erase what those places stood for and replace it with monuments to himself. If Doom can corrupt Wakanda from within, no nation is safe from his influence. The Council of Dooms. Across the multiverse, infinite versions of Victor Von Doom exist. In one terrifying timeline, they discovered each other and formed an alliance. The Council of Dooms wasn't like the Council of Kangs, constantly fighting for supremacy. These Dooms cooperated perfectly because each one understood the others completely. They shared resources, technology, and information across dimensional barriers. One Doom conquered magic, another mastered time travel, another perfected genetic engineering. Together, they became unstoppable. The Council didn't invade universes with armies, they infiltrated them with perfect coordination. While heroes fought one Doom, 9 others worked behind the scenes, manipulating events across dimensions. When the Fantastic Four finally discovered the Council's existence, they realized the horrifying truth. Every victory against Doom in any universe fed information to the Council, teaching them what didn't work and how to adapt. The heroes were training their greatest enemy by fighting him. This future showed Doom's ultimate advantage. His ego is so absolute that multiple versions of himself can work together without power struggles, because each believes they're the superior Doom, and the others are just useful resources. The Council of Dooms represented a multiverse where humanity's greatest enemy has infinite versions sharing infinite knowledge, making every universe simultaneously vulnerable to coordinated conquest. The only thing that stopped them was the collapse of the multiverse during Secret Wars, but if reality ever stabilizes completely, the Council could reform, and this time they'd be prepared for every strategy heroes have ever used against them. In conclusion, every timeline where Dr. Doom wins reveals the same truth. His victories are built on control, manipulation, and absolute refusal to share power. God Emperor Doom ruled through fear disguised as salvation. Emperor Doom enslaved minds while calling it peace. Infamous Iron Man colonized heroism itself. Books of Doom showed economic imperialism. Doom 2099 offered order at the cost of freedom. Sorcerer Supreme Doom broke cosmic balance. King Doom corrupted cultures from within. And the Council of Dooms showed what happens when infinite versions coordinate. What makes these futures terrifying isn't just Doom's power, it's his certainty. He genuinely believes his rule is humanity's best future, which makes him impossible to reason with and endlessly patient. He'll wait decades, centuries if needed, because he knows eventually people will be desperate enough, tired enough, or broken enough to accept his terms. The question isn't whether Doom can win, it's whether humanity can resist him without becoming like him. Now to you, which Doom victory timeline is the most terrifying? And do you think any version of Doom's rule could actually be better than the chaos of freedom? Comment down below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more videos like this.